control the early game like they did before, and then don't close it out. Not like in the previous game. They have all the chances to win this game as well.
Razer C Invitational 2020, game number 2, Cambodia versus Indonesia.
It's gonna be interesting to see how both teams will approach this. For Team Cambodia, it's very important for them to secure the early game. And that's also true for Team Indonesia, but they aren't that hard pressed. They always have this fatal licks combo that in the late game, even if when they are trailing behind by a good amount of gold, if they land their stuns, they can push it in and they maybe even finish.
Well, the normal kind of rotation, just delay or cutting the minion wave. But again, for Indonesia though, this is a carry we're talking about. Regardless of what happens, if you want to win a game, you need to get the carry. But for this one, 7K is just literally zoning out players here, and Cambodia trying to contest this one and successfully taking this. But this Uranus and Esmeralda is just on a different side of the map.
They're just literally like cutting every lane that they can, so that the pressure is gonna be up, so that Team Cambodia will not be comfortable into invading. But Team Cambodia still wants to try this. Indonesia, they want to fight, but there's a pause that's gonna happen because of this. It's not looking good for Indonesia when it comes to their positioning. But if they do outplay this, the side of Team Cambodia will melt. You have the carry still available. You still have the Angela with the focusing mark, by the way. And Angela with the focusing mark is good. And if you look at the map, the Uranus is also working on getting into the fight as well. It's going to be a 4v3 situation. Maybe if Siko or Chico, I don't know actually how to pronounce this, but if Chico is able to survive this, it will be good for Team Indonesia, because Hydas is just level 1 and Angela is level 2, as well as the carry, and this Uranus.
Although for Team Indonesia, for Team Cambodia, I guess it will backfire on their team. They're going for another silence goes on the lanes. But again, it's the avarice for this 2 silence for Indonesia. So I guess they need to negate this one early on for this one. We have Siko on the flicker out. And for Team Cambodia though, they have the Claude for the fast clearing. It's gonna be the battle of the marksman. I guess Henny is not prepared for this team fight, but this Cambodia team just lets them off.
Yeah, Uranus actually stole the purple buff. It should be belonging to Team Cambodia, but the Claw was able to take away the purple buff away from this carry, so that's good. And that's also why OP...
They just need to stretch this one out. They have the carry in their lineup. Although for Cambodia, what's good about this is the majority of the players here of Indonesia is kind of squishy. They have the Angela. If they pick up the Angela, that's automatically -1 in terms of team fight. And speak of which, we could see again on Cambodia very aggressive against Indonesia onto this game.
Look at this. Cambodia has been funneling the Claude, but when it comes to the actual gold, the Uranus as well as the carry have actually outfarmed the Claude, which is interesting, because maybe it's because of the movements. And we also mentioned about the Uranus and the Esmeralda just cutting the minion wave into the bottom in the top lane. It kind of tells us that even when this is like a hyper carry from Team Cambodia, the fact that the side laners of Team Indonesia are farming, they are getting the better end of the deal when it comes to the economy. Yeah.
Actually, that was the idea that I mentioned earlier though. If you have this 2 delays for the Esmeralda and the Uranus, it will backfire for Cambodia, because they are actually engaging for a team fight, literally a 4-man, 5-man team fight. If this goes well for Indonesia, there might be an opportunity, or actually an instance wherein these 3 heroes, the carry, Princess Hen, and Rich Jaya, would really be on par or intact in terms of the gold. So they're on the average spell for Hen and Rich Jaya. For Cambodia, they need to actually kill these players before the carry gets back. or else it will
Yeah.
be difficult for them because these two heroes are more on the sustain. They have the damage as well. We have seen Hen earlier on this Uranus actually. He's
Yeah.
literally a fountain that's walking on the land of Tourn.
Yeah.
So I guess for Cambodia, if they want to go for the blazing duet kind of damage, they need to step up on the side lanes.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you when it comes to like the like how Hen is doing it. But also this after my that's it's my third item basically against the Flood, and the Flood is already a non-factor for me. Nevertheless, bottom lane they want to go for Rich Jaya trying to outplay them. Stardust Dance and of course the healing coming out from this Angela. It's more than enough. Indonesia will get away with murder into the bottom lane.
He's still alive, guys. So we can see actually the backup here from Team Indonesia getting prepared whenever another a hero is actually on the dead part of the side. But again, first blood here. After all this happened, it's just the first blood, guys, for this match. Again, another kill for Team Cambodia for a game. So a nice play there coming in from Team Cambodia. Indonesia weren't actually prepared for that one. And it's going to be another pause for this game. So far for Team Cambodia and Indonesia, they are really just a game. It's just 3 minutes of our game. We have Hen killing 7 KH on this high loss.
Wow. Okay, so now that I have recovered, it's just you know what? We're just at 3 minute mark. I did not notice that, so we're still pretty early in the game. So even if there are deaths on both ends, it's okay. They're having a better time in the early stages of the game. Now, I think the turtle is started already by Team Indonesia with the carry, obviously having that extra passive to pop the turtle. But they found the highest of Falling Storm and ready for the control. And 7KH will go down. And you know what? They even gave it to the carry, to Princess with the Bounty Hunter rune.
Yeah, Princess was literally the princess of the squad. He was given that kill because he has the bounty hunter actually, and
There was a big and aggressive cut coming out of Team Indonesia, and they gave up their purple buff. So instead, they'll change it up. They won't go aggressively. Instead, they will have the Esmeralda help this carry to take the buff.
yeah. Actually, this is gonna be a different rotation for
It
this
is.
team as compared to the other one. But again, for Team Cambodia, it's again this Uranus with the delaying tactics, guys. That's really too deep. We know that Uranus is one hell of a hero in terms of the sustain on the early game. So that is quite good factor if you want to delay Cambodia here. Although for Cambodia, we can see the aggressiveness. It's going to be 3 players here trying to contest the buff of Indonesia. So this has been refreshed, or this has been delayed already. You have Siko on the map mission though. You have 4 players of Cambodia taking this one. This may be a cause of delay for the carry because so far for me, in my opinion, I guess the red buff is the orange buff is much more important if you are a mid laner carry.
That's right. And yeah, you know what? Those cuts coming out from the Uranus allows the Uranus to have so much farm, but also it's not just that. There's another layer to it that I'm studying for teams that they only do that kind of cut from the Uranus, like what he did, like literally top lane, because they want to secure the buffs. That means that even if they stay in that orange buff, if Indonesia stays in the orange buff, there's not a lot of minions wasted because that's a tendency, right? If you're going for the buffs, your lane minions are gonna be just out in the air. You won't get it, so it's wasted. But instead, Team Indonesia, they said, okay, maybe we can use this kind of move so that our Uranus can have a good time instead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, we see Hen having a good time. Actually, just trying to bait out these players or 2 players coming in from Team Cambodia. Though we can see the presence of 4 players for Team Cambodia just to secure the buff of Princess for this match. What's a good thing here for Team Cambodia is that oh my God, here comes the fatal lens, guys, coming from Siko onto the middle lane. The revitalize is just not enough to sustain the damage flicking in from Boom. With this Tams, is it gonna be enough for the damage though, Niker is on the sideline. Princess with that hard guard fit, guys. Rookie Maru is out of life, although onto the sidelines, Princess is gonna get a kill for Team Indonesia. That's gonna be 2-0. Different from the early one we're in, it's gonna be 2-0 for Cambodia. Here comes a glorious pathway, guys. The fight is not enough because the 7KH is here for the backup. We have Boom on the silence. Princess is down. The carry is down. We have OP with a free hit and almost out of life, guys. Dashes away against the players of Cambodia.
Hen is like 1.8k, already up with the armor boots. It's so tanky at this point. However, a big objective now secured by Team Cambodia as they have secured the turtle. That's really good for the team. Now, Indonesia, top lane, they want to punish Hen. Can they though? This is a Uranus. There's the shields, Transcendence popping off. They slow him down. They're jumping forward. Can they reach him? It comes Boom with the jump. The sights, it's not enough because the ultimate was already available. But top lane, they're able to get the turret. So I think that's a
He's still alive.
He's alive. But that's an important objective that Team Cambodia was able to secure.
Actually, for Team Cambodia, that was a nice objective coming from them. What's actually crucial for Cambodia is that this is just the early part of the game. They're having a hard time already just to burst down this Hen or the Raiders of Indonesia. So guys, for Team Cambodia, they need to go more or actually pick off this carrier Princess with this carry so that it'll not be a problem for them in terms of team fight, knowing that we've mentioned this earlier, Rich Giant in Hen is literally for the sustain. They will totally negate the claw later on, but again, it's going to be another fatal length actually coming from Fasico. The Jawhead is down against 3 players actually of Team Indonesia. The carry is just there. But look at the strategy of the off layers of the side or the side laners on the top lane. We have the Uranus here and we have the Thames there. So the delaying tactics is just there for the both teams.
They're just trying to delay everything, but we'll see how this will affect the late game, because even if you count so many deaths in these early stages, it will not matter that much. Although it's the one go for the Atlas. Atlas is safe. Bottom lane, a little bit of pressure from the Esmeralda. Carry dips forward. Hen is kind of angry at this Team Cambodia lineup, and in fact, they'll fend them off. Now, Indonesia has a straight up chance to get the second turtle of the game. So the first one belonged to Team Cambodia, but this time it's gonna be freely in the hands of Indonesia. Although I say that, it's gonna be Team Cambodia jumping into the fray. Turtle will be taken by the carry, but it comes to Fatal Links. On to 3 members, they still took out the Atlas though, as well as the Esmeralda. Oh, not just yet. They will take them down, the carry as well. Now they've taken out the Angela. That was so good for OP with the killing spree emblem as well. Nobody died from Team Cambodia, and Indonesia will just have to forfeit this tier 1 turret in the middle.
Actually, that was a nice pick-up play, or actually a team fight coming in from Cambodia on this one. Actually, that was a triple kill for OP with this 302 KDA. The map is getting small for Indonesia right now. Turtle has been taken by Cambodia, already down. So the middle lane is good of a vision if you want to contest the orange and the violet buff itself. So for Team Cambodia, they just need to go in timing just to get this one. And speak of which, they are getting ready just to get this one. The damage is there. OP getting the violet buff against Indonesia.
That's very important. Now the Esmeralda is gonna be dove upon by Team Cambodia. They have the stunts, they have the dive, they have 4 members now juggling against the turret, and they're able to take out the Esmeralda so easily. Get another bonus kill, favoring OP. Now at what? 5.3k. Up with the Demon Hunter sword, the tough boots, as well as the nimble Raptor machete. Team Cambodia have already ticked one of their boxes. The COD is online.
But although onto the top lane, Hen is gonna be down by the hands of Rookie Maru with this Valir. Here comes the Fatal Lens, 5 against 4. He is down as well. It's gonna be unstoppable here for the squad or OP of Team Cambodia. And while this is happening, actually, we can see Niker do the split push or actually do objectives for Team Cambodia. We could see 6k gold here for the Claude as compared to the 4.9k here for Team Indonesia's carry. So that is a good edge for Cambodia. This is an AoE marksman for the carry, though. This is a little map for him to go and actually farm. Here comes the glorious battle again. Puts a blazing to it. You see the combo of Team Cambodia under the turret, guys. It's gonna be a monster kill for OP. Here comes the falling star window. Rich Jaya kills OP, but he is down as well.
Nevertheless, that's a kill for the Claude 6, 1 and 6 at this moment. I can see Claude is now online. We did say that, and even the Uranus is gonna have a problem now. We were talking about how important it is for Uranus and the Esmeralda to get the farm against the Claude. In the previous game, the Claude and the Esmeralda had decent farm. This time, it's not that massive. And the fact that OP is leading by a lot when it comes to the farm, this just means that Team Cambodia will eventually just win the battle when it comes to like the side laners. Now, for Team Indonesia, though, it's not over yet. If they do pick off the Claude like they did in the previous game, they can win it. But the carry is going to be picked off instead. Glorious Pathway just to run away. Team Cambodia just gets away with murder once again.
That was actually a nice pick off by Niker. Hylos and Valir was actually on a lot of distance for the backup for that one, but he was just confident taking down Princess or the carry. But Boom is down on the side lanes or the top lane, although for Team Cambodia, they will get yet another take objective against Team Indonesia onto this one. The map is just getting small for Indonesia. We have the Golden Staff actually, plus the Demon Hunter Sword here for the Claude. I'm just thinking for your Team Cambodia, it's just there. The damage is just there. It's kind of difficult for Indonesia to negate this one out. They have to be prepared for the worst. They need to extend this one. They need the carry for the late game. Although there are two players for Indonesia building that dominance ice, maybe for the slow to counter out this Claude and even the Tams of Team Cambodia.
Top lane, it's Hen versus Niker once again, but Hen, this specific point in the game, is just way too weak. Fortunately, he gets the dominance ice, so that's good. Maybe they can fight this time, but the Lord is falling low. So low that Team Cambodia can be able to do it with the Fatal Links. Lord will still be taken by the Valir. So that's Blue Side taking it, carrying on the backlines, picked apart. Now the Atlas is going to be next. And that's already 2 down on the side of Team Indonesia, as well as the Lord. Jaya is going to be pitched out. He is gonna take down for sure. Gonna be chased down by Boom, Maru as well. There's the falling star moon, but it's not enough in the middle. Look at this. Claude. Oh, sorry, it's the Claude in there, but he's trailing low, but he wins the duel. He's actually fairly healthy. It was the Joy that was unhealthy, but nevertheless, they lost 3 members in Indonesia, and now Lord knocking in the middle. Chantel, it's a disaster for Team Indonesia.
Yes, actually the damage is just there, but here comes the Fatal Links, guys. We can see the blazing do it though. The damage is there for OP. Here comes Boom for the backup. Inhibitor turret in the middle lane is destroyed. Free hit for the carry for Team Indonesia. The Lord is still alive. Siko is gonna be down with the hands of this Valir, but Team Indonesia still fighting for their lives. Onto this one, Angelo with his hard garbage Jaya, but Niker with his giant unstoppable force, it's gonna be down. And Indonesia is still alive for this game.
It's technically a wipe. The Hylos was done already, and they eliminated 4. They have shut down 4. They only lost 1 inhibitor turret. And we were already commenting that it's a disaster for Team Indonesia, but Team Cambodia did not respect the strength of Team Indonesia at all. In fact, they've given away so much to Team Indonesia.
Yep.
They must be feeling confident now.
Actually, for that one, we have to commend Siko on that Fatal Links. He took off the Claude, which was the disaster though for Cambodia on that one. They just disregarded the Lord as long as they will take down the squad. So that is an opportunity, or it is an opportunity here for Indonesia to actually get their minion waves flowing against Cambodia. So that's the life
That's
for
true.
Indonesia.
There you
All
go,
they need to do.
Oh my goodness! Esmeralda wants to dive for the Claw, but the Claw will win the battle because they're diving under the turret and under 3 members of Team Cambodia. Looked really good for Team Indonesia, but in the end, it was a bad idea. Oh, I thought that they'll get away with that, but the answer is no. OP thought the Blazing do it. And with the Queen's
The
Wing,
damage.
he's available. He's able to survive. Sorry, Shantel.
Yeah, actually, for Cambodia, the damage is just there. For the Claude, for Indonesia, they need to go for a 5v5 just to take down this Claude, though. And 7 is actually having the time of his life, just so the other players. But then again, here comes Hen onto the middle lanes. The damage is there. Oh, Fatalist with a flicker in. Here comes the Blazing do it though. Kill spree for the carry. Hen, double kill actually for Indonesia, or the carry of Team Indonesia onto the bottom lane. Niker is still alive though. He kills Princess.
It's a bad decision for Princess for sure. They're gonna be really upset with that. Now Boom is in trouble. Falling Star Moon dodged by the BMI. Nicely done from OP. Boom still fighting this, still life stealing through it, but it's not gonna be enough. They will chase him down. Counter Inferno not available anymore as the Cloud that dances his way out of that. It's Jaya will not be able to kill off OP, but the Thames is still gonna fall. This is still a close fight, I think.
Yep, it's a really a good fight. Same with game number 1. What's good though for Indonesia is that we could see the damage already for Princess. It's just that they need to be prepared with the Jawhead, because the Jawhead is just there trying to get this carry. We saw that earlier. He doesn't care if it's gonna be 4 against him. As long as he gets the carry, it's good for him. Although for this one, we can see the Valir with that damage though. Almost out of life is Rich Jaya onto the sidelines. We see Hen. Here goes a glorious Batman though. We see the Fatalist getting the squad. The Blazing Dude is there. OP is still alive. We have the Heart Guard on the sidelines. Rich Jaya with a flicker in. Niker is down. And it's gonna be a -1 for Cambodia, and this time around it's Indonesia's game. The damage is just there for the carrier, actually Princess of the red team. So I guess for Cambodia, they need to take down Princess if they want to go for the team fight, because Hen is out of life. He is still alive.
He gets away. Now he's gonna be able to heal up, but the Lord is the next target now for both teams, and Cambodia is already starting with it, only now at 40% health. Siko looks for an angle. Fatalix is available and is looking for this Claude. It goes a Falling Star Moon, but will not hit the mark. Princess is gonna be taken out. Blazing do it right on top of that carry. Now the rest of Team Indonesia has to run, but can they? That assist down. Rich Jaya as well. The Lord will be next, and Team Cambodia gets 3 important kills against Indonesia with so much death timer at their hands now. It doesn't feel like Team Cambodia will lose this one out. Indonesia, how can they defend with just the Uranus and the Angela?
They have the Lord. We have here the Ejector plus the Blazing do it though. And it's gonna be a wipeout. I think it's over. Wolf. We just need the minion wave. No minions though. But then again, it's gonna be a tower lock. There's